the fourth one is knowing your strengths. Have you ever been asked to do something that you weren't suited to do? Anyone ever been in that position where you... Yeah. What? All the time. So... But every day, yeah. So my partner, he's a pilot, a hobbyist pilot, and he's a plane just like this, little 4-seater plane. And we'll go on trips, like day trips up to where we live in the New York area, so we'll go to Massachusetts or to Newport or on a summer evening. It's great. And he encouraged me to get my pilot license. And I thought, wow, how cool would that be to have 2 pilots in the family? And after I took my first flying lesson, my answer to that question was not cool at all. I hated it. And I love flying. I love being a passenger. But what I realized was I was terrified when I was in control of that plane. I was terrified. I also was overwhelmed by the information, not only on the instrument panel, but do we have any pilot? Anyone who's a pilot in the room? Well, there's a big checklist before and after, pre-flight checklist and after the flight. And it's obviously super important, or else something catastrophic could happen to the plane. Boy, is it tedious. So I was terrified and I was uninterested. I was bored and I was terrified, fear and boredom. And I feel like that is often the reaction that people have when they're faced with the idea of interacting or engaging with business development tasks. Fear, oh my gosh, I can't do it, I'm not trained for this, I don't know the sport, and boredom, like, ugh, another 15 sales emails I gotta go out, ugh. And then the final group are the thinkers. And these are the introverts of the bunch. Like the communicators, they also tend to be really good at taking those complex ideas and turning them into something simple messages that anyone can understand. They're a little bit more patient with the details. I find that the communicators, the communicators and the promoters especially, not so good with the details. They just want to get out there. Thinkers are really good with the details. They might be better doing research papers, writing a book, figuring out, maybe they work with them to figure out what that big theme is that they want to write a book on, and then give them the space and the time and the support to do that. I'll also say that thinkers are not necessarily poor at presenting. They actually can be very charismatic. I used to work with a thinker when I was running business development in the US for Havas Media. Our head of research and analytics was a thinker. And he was also my secret weapon, because he was so good. He was like your favorite math teacher. He was so good in a room. But he also had a very sort of mild-mannered, quiet demeanor. And so my clients, the prospective clients, they never expected. They didn't expect what they were going to get when Joe stepped up in front of the room. And he was always so engaging and honest and authentic. People really liked him. But he was definitely a thinker. I gotta go, I got a meeting. I'm sorry, that was interesting. I'm actually looking for a good PR firm. So if you know one, no. I think, and you're, gotta go. So yeah, and I think the why is very important. And I know Simon Sinek has popularized what's your why. So I don't discount that, it's super important. But these days, or any day, that sense of this is what we do and whom we serve. So you're not alone. Most people struggle when it comes to describing what you do and whom you serve. In fact, it's not unusual not only to have someone struggle, but often a lot of agencies, and I know this is more of a full-service non-PR firm, but this is also fairly typical. Sometimes, if they don't struggle, if they answer it confidently, this is what comes out of their mouth. The sales tools also are things like what networking groups do you belong to, your referral system if you have one. And then your closing tools are the ones that when you go from a lead that's converted to a potential opportunity, closing tools take that potential opportunity and turn it into revenue. So here I think is your proposal templates, your pricing tools. So I would say that I think that's where like the cultivation comes in. So if you were someone who really disliked walking into that room filled with people and you found it impossible to give out your business cards. I mean, to be honest, I'm one of those people. I can make a cold call, no problem. I hate that idea of like interrupting someone's conversation while they're having drinks together. Hi, I'm here to sell you something. I hate it. I'd rather make the cold call because then you know, hi, I'm here to sell you something. So knowing my personality, I don't get a lot of results out of that. But I do think that yes, no matter what type of person you are, there's always that long-term cultivation that's required, the nurturing of clients, getting to know them, understanding what kind of information they need, recognizing the triggers, like, hey, just saw this piece of research that just came out, thought of you, or we just did this work for a client, we solved a similar problem that we think you might have, would you be interested in hearing more about it? Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. It's really a personality thing. For our team, this was a transformational moment, though, because a lot of them would say, okay, we are not salespeople. We are not good at this. It was so much denial. You are a human being that I'm trying to interact with in a human way.
Yeah.
And for them, it unlocked. So we have cultivated now a sales culture among our entire senior staff. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
But the idea of if we lose a pitch, that they're going to stay in touch, they're going to send articles, that it just wasn't natural behavior before until the farming metaphor kind of helped them understand that it's not so high pressure.
Yeah.
You know, so I agree. Everybody has to find the thing that works for them. I mean, we're not that, it's not perfect, but it's helped a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Maybe it makes me, that'll be my fifth type. You know, the other thing too, I think where like the elevator pitch can really help you, because the other thing you do is you walk up to someone, hi, I'm Jody Sutter. I'm a business development consultant for small agencies. Oh, great, I run a trucking company. Oh, I guess you don't need my services. Well, how did you like today? The weather was beautiful. So you're like, I do this for these people. Oh, really? Tell me more. Or, oh, that's interesting. Like, what are you drinking? So it also sort of gets it out of the way, and it either opens up a conversation or allows you to continue a human interaction in another way. So, but thank you for that. That was a great point.